I invite Nazish Khan ma'am to begin the session.
Sir, shall we start or shall we wait for a few more minutes?
चलिए बिस्मिल्लाह। नहीं नहीं वहीं रखो ना, ये ऐसे रहेगा ये हाइट।
Sir, shall we start?
Yes, please proceed, madam.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Anjuman College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I, Professor Nazish Khan, extends a warm welcome to all the participants who have joined us from across India for this AICT Atal online faculty development program on intelligent healthcare and medical system. We are delighted to have with us eminent speakers and participants who are committed to knowledge sharing and academic growth. Now, we'll be beginning with our today's session. So, as our first speaker, we have with us Professor Dr. Mohammad Sharfuddin Khatib sir. He is an academic leader in the field of computer science and engineering. He holds a PhD in computer science and engineering from Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University and has over 29 years of teaching and administrative experience. Presently, he is serving as Associate Professor and Dean Academics at Anjuman College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. He has been actively associated with several universities, serving as chairman and member of boards of studies, vice chancellor's nominee, and academic committee member at reputed institutions. Dr. Khatib has published numerous research papers, delivered expert talks, and organized multiple faculty development programs, international conferences, and technical workshops. Beyond academics, he has also contributed to cultural and institutional development activities at Anjuman College of Engineering and Technology. We are honored to have you with us, sir, as our colleague and as our mentor. So now I invite you to share your insights with us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, madam. I think, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
My my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
So should I start then?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Nazish. All dear participants, I welcome you all for this session. I am Dr. Khatib, Associate Professor and Dean Academics at Anjuman College of Engineering and Technology, Sadar Nagpur. So this session, the title of my topic is Artificial Intelligence and its application. As far as the contents goes, I shall be briefly defining artificial intelligence, what is intelligence, knowledge, the peculiar characteristics of knowledge, types and components of artificial intelligence, its applications, benefits and challenges, and artificial intelligence used in healthcare systems. Preferably companies who are using this AI in healthcare in their operational and patient care, data and research, then I shall be touching few aspects of disease identification, diagnosis, personalized treatment, behavioral modifications, drug discovery, manufacturing and clinical trial research, and robot surgery, and how AI could be helpful in monitoring all this concept. And the last one is artificial intelligence in healthcare setups. So to start with, artificial intelligence. Basically, intelligence is an aspect of knowledge, and knowledge is having certain characteristics. Knowledge is very voluminous, it is very hard to define, and it differs from data that is being organized. So if we define artificial intelligence as a decision-making ability, so not only an ability, but this decision-making ability, it is of machines who are machines to perform tasks that typically humans are performing. Meaning that all humans' capability, to its capability, all humans, the decisions which humans are taking, now we expect the machines to take decisions on behalf of us. So definitely, it's a need to discuss what is artificial intelligence and human intelligence. So if you could introspect, humans are beautiful creations of God, gifted with emotions, sense of smell, taste, hearing, vision, and touch. Now, all this we expect that the machines, these qualities of humans use into the machine, and that builds an artificial system, artificial intelligence system. So definitely, whatever the human intelligence we are having, that human intelligence we want it to induce into the machine. So definitely a broad spectrum. So to solve this problem, a tremendous search process is being involved. A tremendous search process that includes a reasoning ability, a learning and a training ability, problem solving strategy, perception, and not only language understanding, but generation of a particular language. So these all aspects which a human is having, we expect that it should be induced into the machines, and machines should be capable enough to perform what humans are expected. So I give here an example to introspect about a human heart and a human brain. So if at all an average life of a human is considered around 60 years of an age, imagine the functioning of heart without any lubrication, without any alterations, without providing any service. The human heart functions for every second. The heart functions, and a job of a heart, definitely we are aware of that it sucks the impure blood and purify it and give out the purified blood. Imagine what it happened if for a fraction of second this functioning goes unattempted. Similarly, the human brain, uh, such a rigid construction God has given, and a minute change, a fraction of second, if at all the blood supply stops to human brain, you can ask a doctor that what will happen if at all this human brain or a human heart stops working for a fraction of second. Big question that is put to life. Another example, if I could give, a child born in a French family, a German family, and an Arabic family, and at an age of 3 years, speaks very well, speaks and understands very well French, very well German, very well Arabic. But we at this age, around at an age of 50 years, 60 years, are not familiar with German language, are not familiar with French language, with Arabic language. But then if time comes, if time permits, we are forced to learn, we are forced to train ourselves and acquire the knowledge of a German, a French, and an Arabic. And after this learning, acquiring the skill, after this learning strategy, definitely very well, we could learn, we could understand any language which is a prerequisite for us. So the moral is that human brain are put to learning circumstances, training circumstances, and the intelligence, knowledge grows. Depending upon the skill and training one acquires, Definitely, with this skill and training, the knowledge grows, intelligence grows. This is what actually the human intelligence is. With this human intelligence, we are developing, we are creating artificial systems. So what a profound knowledge an artificial system must have. What a functioning in retrospect to understanding, generation, translation. What a tremendous amount of potential, just like the functioning of a heart for 60 years, functioning of a human brain. These all qualities of human intelligence, which we have introspect, the same which we want it to be induced into machines. And there, the artificial system, the artificial intelligence system grows. Now, looking over to the history of this artificial intelligence, it all started from 1950s with an Alan Turing test who proposes the concept of machines simulating human intelligence. Then in 1956, artificial intelligence coined at the Dartmouth conference. A little later, expert systems begin, and with the help of machine learning, deep learning, artificial neural network, with this tool and technology, a real world of artificial intelligence had started. What is the need to create this artificial system? If you could introspect the humans, the big question is life and death. But on the contrary, with regard to machines, if at all we could not get any success, only loss is of time, money, and energy. But then with humans, once lost is forever lost, no further creations. And imagine that these machines are traversing in the universe. So how it could be achieved? This is just because of a technological change. Very, very large scale integration, design concepts, which are durable, portable, having integrity, compact size, dedicated processors are available, and definitely all this technology, with all this technology, speed, data, networking, time, and cost is a parameter which needs to be compared. So, as with humans, there are category of problems which every day to day the humans are solving. In a similar aspect, there are n number of problems which we expect that the machine could solve for us. So various problems in the universe, not all can be solved with one solution strategy or techniques or tools and technology. So when then n number of problems are available, all can be solved with only one strategy, or different strategies could be planned based on the optimal strategy one could choose in solving any problem. So then how we could expect that these machines have succeeded? So one such criteria for success is being proposed by Alan Turing, which says it's interaction between man and machine in two separate rooms. Both are unaware of each other. And if the machine answers as if like a human, then it is concluded that machine succeeds. And that is what is the criteria for success. And a little later part of my presentation, with several examples which are based on healthcare, it will be very clear that in place of human, machines are working, and machines are enough capable to take the decisions, that too better than humans. So in general, we are creating a prototype of human brain, a human cloning, a human clone. So prototype of a human brain is an artificial brain that where all qualities of an artificial brain is having. A human clone is a system that all gesture, posture, love, affection, emotions, spirituality, all is being induced into an artificial system, and a clone of mine will be created where instead of me, my clone will be delivering a talk, and one could not identify whether it is a human or a clone of a human is available. That is what is nothing but a beauty of modeling a human brain and creating such artificial systems. So in a day-to-day life, we all are dependent on our healthcare supporting systems. So if you could see, X-ray machines are there, CT scan, ventilators, which is again artificial respiratory systems. Our human respiratory system is put on machine, and because of these machines, we are surviving. The respiratory system is being alive. So we have cath lab, where angiography, angioplasty, open heart surgery, all is being achieved. Pathology, if you could see, all blood tests, for example, blood samples when giving the results of blood sugar, lipid profile, KFT, LFT, electrolytes, etc., which are helpful in diagnosis of disease and facilitate treatment. So the potential of machines adding life to humans, which in retrospect is an artificial creation of human intelligence. Though artificial intelligence artificial systems are created, but then they are the creation of human intelligence itself. So it seems that how perfectly you are modeling this artificial system so that they are the ability to take decision as if the humans are taking will be certified. So this is what the different types of AI is. They are broadly classified based on the data which they are capable to access, the decision making ability they will be doing, the cost, speed, time, energy that is being involved. So based on the complex algorithms which a system is having, the types of AI system is being defined. So a narrow AI which performs a specific task, for example, a voice assistant, facial recognition, which we every day observe in our cell phones. A general AI which performs an intellectual task such as game playing. Another example could be of a Siri which is there in our iPhones. And then super AI, where complex algorithms induced by complex algorithm, where a tremendous amount of human intelligence, decision making, processing is being required. So a typical example could be a human clone. So human cloning is the creation of a genetically identical human being, and which is a very broad spectrum of AI. All genetics which human is having a similar genetics, with this similar genetics we are constructing a human clone. So imagine that how complex algorithms will be used, and the tool and technology that will be used in developing such a intelligent system. But now, looking over to the change in a technological era, tremendously, the electronic industry is moving to a fast extent, and dedicated, specially designed processors, memory, processing elements, the software that are required is very cheap to build such AI system. So definitely the components of AI are machine learning, where the learning concept could be divided in terms of supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement learning, deep learning, artificial neural network, natural language processing, understanding and generation, computer vision, where analysis of images, fragmentation, segmentation, feature extraction, voice recognition, iris scan, face recognition, fingerprints, finger scanning, biometrics, pattern recognition, etc. are part of computer vision. Robotics, where automation in manufacturing systems, surgical procedures could be adapted. Several expert systems exist. One such is machine, in which used for the diagnosis, which is used for the diagnosis of blood clotting diseases. And another one is pharmacy information systems for electronic dispensation of drugs. Another expert system is a study of chemical component, which is a dendral systems. So this expert system is a typical combination of several experts. So an expert could be a programmer, a database administrator. If at all we are building a system for a MD medicine doctor, then definitely all that discipline requisite which an MD doctor is required, so that is to be made available. We have to identify what are the basic symptoms and diagnosis on which this MD medicine prescribes the medicines. What could be the combination of drugs that could be given to the patient based on the diagnosis and symptoms. So these all put together, an expert system could be developed for a medicine doctor, for an ophthalmologist, for an orthopedic surgeon. So various categories of these expert systems where intelligence, a typical knowledge about that expert domain, and the programmers which are developing this combination leads to a particular system which is categorized as expert, and all expert domains will be required. Similarly, if you could take an example of a robotics. So robotics, if a simple hand of a human, if you could consider, so what are the moments and movements of a particular hand, and the kinematics that is involved in developing a simple hand. An expert person could only reveal, could only calibrate, okay, that the movements of finger, the movement of a hand, palm, and so on, if at all a robotic is to be constructed. Moreover, what is the material that needs to be constructed for a, what could be the everlasting life? What will be the durability of this material when it is used for surgery, when it is used for different different medical applications? That needs to be discussed, that needs to be calibrated, and that could only be available by a particular expert domain. So a combination of all these experts put together for a specific application leads to a expert system. So which is another category, which is another component of artificial intelligence system. As far as the healthcare, AI could be used in healthcare diagnosis, drug discovery, study of new molecules, robotic surgery, etc. AI could be used in fraud detection, trading purpose, stock exchange, where all finance is being involved. So trading, stock exchange, in a banking sector, where any agents could be deployed to monitor what sort of transactions that are being occurred in a banking system, and how a fraudulent transactions could be prevented. So agents, AI agents could function and take this responsibility of finding out the fraudulent transactions. In autonomous vehicles, a driverless car, we have observed, which is nothing but an application of AI. In education system, all personalized learning, chatbots. In entertainment industry and in scientific purpose. Every sphere of life, wherever the human is being involved, the artificial systems are leading and solving all issues and all applications. This is achieved only with the efficiency and accuracy of the hardware that is being used. All 24/7 a machine could work. Speed is tremendous. Time consumed is very less. The searching capability of human brains, thousands of pages could be searched in a fraction of a second. And any statement, any facts from a search engine could be extracted in a fraction of a second. On the contrary, human brain requires a tremendous time. Moreover, because of shrinking of knowledge, at stages, the human brain doesn't give results worth, but on the contrary, there is no issues with these artificial systems. So because it is cheap, easily available, tremendous speed, searching capability is tremendous, and in a span of second, the machine could take the decision on its own. So these are nothing but the benefits of an AI. But then, for every benefit, definitely, it's a very challenging task when we talk about emotions, spirituality, ethics, moral values, privacy, security, and transparency. So the good quality God has given to man, we see, we observe, we introspect, and susceptible to change. Based on with how with whom we are indulging the conversation. So based on the personality, based on gesture, posture, it is a natural aspect that the human decisions change. Now, how is it that when we say that the artificial systems are responsible to take decisions as if the human, so then it's a big aspect, big spectrum that needs to be discussed, that needs to be elaborated, that how these values, how this privacy, security, ethics, moral values, emotions, spirituality, love, hate, this could give a meaningful aspect to artificial systems. So this is a big challenge. Moreover, when we say that this artificial, the machines are put to work in a healthcare, in space, in stock. So if at all a mistake is being committed, if at all anything that is being ignored, life is put to question. The huge, tremendous finance that is being involved is put to questions. So these are nothing but the various challenges that are supposed to be tackled by means of this artificial system. Now, as far as this healthcare system goes, so AI plays a major role in terms of disease diagnosis and medical care assistance. Surgeries are being performed by using machines. The available data, the recorded facts of several patients definitely help in the rapid development of data, with the help of rapid development of big data analytics and methods that has enabled successful applications of AI in healthcare. Intelligent system is extensively being used in fitness tracking devices that monitor heart rates, sleeping patterns, and based on this, AI systems are helping users to generate alerts and their healthcare condition. With this monitoring could be diagnosed at an appropriate time. Measures on lifestyle, the food intake, sleeping habits, all this could be improved, and the measures can be taken by this alarming AI systems. Now, is it that it seems to be a vague theory? No. If you could, there are the list of companies are being displayed, presented to you, where a good and tremendous work is being established, and almost in every sphere of healthcare, several companies have contributed for the benefits of health system. So IBM Watson Health, so its scope is, it's a platform which is specializing in oncology, genomics, and personalized medicines. A typical techniques or the tool methodology of AI which is being used here is natural language processing and a machine learning concept to analyze the vast amounts of clinical notes and literature. The application of this system is to assist oncologists in recommending treatment options, genomic insights for personalized therapy. So Watson for oncology is used in India, South Korea, and the US. But then the challenges are that the hospitals, most of the hospitals have reported inconsistent accuracy, which leads to raising questions on clinical adoption. Another company is this Google DeepMind. Here, the medical imaging and predictive healthcare. Similarly, here, the deep neural networks, reinforcement learning, and the high performance computing machines are used, and the applications are diagnosing diseases, diagnosing eye diseases, from retinal scans, predicting kidney injury, cancer detection, and preferably a case example could be Moorfields Eye Hospital collaboration for early detections of over 50 eye diseases is a case example. Then we have Siemens Healthineers, an AI embedded in diagnostic, imaging, and smart medical devices. Techniques used are, AI techniques used here is deep learning, imaging, image reconstruction, artificial intelligence, and workflow optimizations. Typical applications are in CT, MRI, with AI-powered imaging reconstructions. For example, AI Red Companion. NVIDIA is another company which provides graphic GPUs and AI frameworks for medical research and hospital AI workloads, where high performance computing machines are used. For example, CUDA, Clara AI platforms are used. The applications are AI assisted radiology, genomics, sequencing, digital pathology. and digital pathology. Another company is Amazon Web Services. So it's a cloud-based AI for healthcare operations and predictive analytics. Genomics research, hospital record systems, patient engagement, chatbots are the few examples which this Amazon Web Services is providing. A case example is AWS comprehend medical extracts, medical insights from unstructured EHR data. Then another one is Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare. It integrates an Microsoft Azure AI, IoT and cloud for health ecosystems. Applications of this applications are virtual care, patient engagement, imaging AI models. Then another system is IDOC, which again is a radiology AI for tracking and detecting abnormalities in scans. Typical applications are stroke, pulmonary embolism, hemorrhage detection. Next is Cure AI, which is an AI tools for chest X-ray and CT scan interpretation, used particularly in tuberculosis screening programs, which brings diagnostic to resource constrained settings. Next one is analytic. So AI powered radiology tools to improve diagnostic accuracy, and the typical applications are X-rays, CT analysis. Another one is Medtronic, Philips Healthcare, N references, Accenture. AbbVie is uses for drug discovery and clinical trials. So these are nothing but the standard companies and having their product which is AI based. So with this, so company where operational and patients care, so Medtronic, which integrates AI into diagnostic and patient monitoring system. Philips Healthcare incorporates AI into diagnostic, imaging solutions and patient care systems. Inference and Accenture, typically they are using the data which could be used for drug discovery, complex biomedical support for research, digital transformation initiatives. So the basic purpose of all these companies is nothing but the identification of diseases and the diagnosis, which could be possible only with the complex algorithms, the tools which are used in AI system, the data analytics, the learning concept, the consistent procedure, and the accurate solutions. Based on these aspects, the identification of diseases and diagnosis could be achieved. Then personalized treatment, behavioral modification. So personalized medicines is more effective. It is based on individual health data paired with predictive analytics. The hardware devices are responsible enough for sophisticated measurements and report monitoring capabilities. Similarly, drug discovery, manufacturing aspects, AI is responsible enough to give the study of molecules and reliability to find out which molecules suits which patients. Robotic surgery is possible. With an AI, clinical trial search, example of monitoring biological and other signals for any sign of harm or death to patients can be remotely monitored, and real-time data could be accessed for safety of patients. This I will skip. So the typical usage of these AI systems could be to monitor the ICU transfer, predicting ICU transfers of a patient, medical testing, improving clinical workflow, predicting hospital acquired infection, predicting hospital readmission, and sepsis prevention. These are some of the usage where intelligent systems could be used for the safety of patients. So rather than going in depth of how this could be achieved, the basic aspects and their usage of AI system in healthcare is a part of my deliberations. These are few systems, snapshots, which are helpful in monitoring the healthcare of the patients, blood sugar, blood pressure, the ECG. So dedicated devices are available. So a screenshot snapshots I have taken from Google. So with this, I conclude that based on the tool technology, the complex algorithms which are available, and the infrastructure which is available, the technological change in era, the human introspections could be demonstrated, could be made available by means of machines. And typically, all these machines are used in our day-to-day healthcare systems, which are giving the results, the monitoring system perfectly than humans. This is what to be concluded. So thanks for patient listening. So now I move over to Madam Nazish for questions, if at all.
Yes, participants, if you are having any queries, you can type them in the chat box.
Yes, PPTs will be available, will be made available, and it will be shared, it will be posted on the Atal portal.
Participants are requested to submit the feedback form for day 2, session 1.
So thank you then, madam.
Thank you very much, sir, for your
Thank you
valuable
all
session.
for patient hearing.
Thank you so much, sir. I request all the participants to fill the feedback form for the current session, and we'll join again at 7:30 for our next session.
So thank you.